Okay, so this is a story. When I was a smaller person, like 10 or so years old, 6th grade in the States, my class was participating in the science unit about space and astronomy. It was super cool. It was a program where people from the planetarium would come and teach us about the actual methods of space exploration and whatnot. They even set up a portable space lab emulator thing where we could pretend to pick up space rocks from Mars or something. This was all super cool, but the best part was at the end of the unit when they took the entire grade to a different location on a field trip where we were placed in Star Trek emulators. Okay, they couldn't really say they were Star Trek emulators, but they were Star Trek emulators. It was Star Trek. We went onto a set that was Star Trek. So everybody in one class was a part of a crew, and we all got jobs, like the medic, or the tactical, or whatever, like the captain. For whatever reason, my 6th grade teacher really liked me. So he pulled me aside before we headed out and asked if I would like to be the captain. And I was like, yeah, sure, okay, let's go. And when we got there, I had to pick my first mate because it was required apparently, and my teacher didn't assign it. So I ended up picking my best friend from the class, as any 10-year-old would, and off to the briefing we went. The workers explained our jobs and gave us little vests and guided us to our mock starship deck. It was really, really cool, and my 10-year-old eyes saw the set to Star Trek. So while everybody else in the class was going through what buttons to push on their station and their little booklets, the workers set me up in the center and basically just told me what direction to shout if something was happening and how to talk to the computer. Also that the computer would only listen to me. The mission started. I believe we were on an exploration mission to a new planet that just happened to be in hostile space. We had to be careful. It was very stressful. As we were flying through space, I had to command certain communications to be activated and deactivated as we passed borders, and at one point, we picked up a fleet of jerk aliens. It was at this moment I, the captain, came down with a horrible space sickness that caused me to have to go to medical and leave command to my first mate. She took care of business as well as she could while I was prescribed 2 M&Ms and had to sit for 10 minutes. Finally, medical released me and I ran back to the deck. I didn't know what was going on. My first mate had assigned someone to look up the alien race that was closing in on us and was quickly trying to inform me about what was going on when the computer came on overhead. Incoming transmission from insert alien race here. I was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. And it was like, would you like to enable the translator? My brain wasn't working. I looked over at my first mate and she was saying, no. Probably to someone else, I realize now, but I just blurted out, no! And then some of the gobbledygook came on from the aliens and then they shot a laser and we died. We all died. We failed our mission. We died because I panicked and killed everyone. It was very traumatic. They did let us start over from a few minutes before the aliens made contact, and that time I did enable the translator, and we completed our mission. After we got out, I ran over to a friend from another class and relayed my experience. She then let me know that none of the other classes died. They all completed their missions in one try. And it took me 5 years before I could watch Star Trek without feeling like I was going to throw up and kill everyone.